Just like
we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we reach week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Rams.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up second.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're
you still on the mic.
You got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because they need
you still on the mic.
Offense has to keep pace.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third
Yeah,
down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On 1st down, Brady. Oh, a scramble for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
You pressing. Stop pressing.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that.
Your people going to get beat.
#4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now they'll throw with Brady. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams.
I picked him in like the 12th round. Nobody picked him up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on
because he's gonna retire, so I'm gonna have to find another quarterback.
In their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards.
He's nice, though.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Back to the ground now with Gordon.
Oh, get in there, Melvin.
Very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to run. This is Gordon.
Ah!
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Rams 7, Jets 0.
Yeah.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Yeah.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocking.
Try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And how about this?
You know, part of me knew you was going to do this. Ah!
Fake will work. He's going to have a first down.
Part of me knew you was about to do that because you called a timeout.
To pick up the first down. And from down in Miami, an update. The Patriots have jumped out to an early lead over Miami. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Escaping the pressure right. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
Let's go! Intercepted.
First and 10 at the 11.
11-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Brady. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards, the pickup there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary.
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40, the 20,
Go, Melvin.
10.
Melvin!
Melvin Gordon, 82 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. So Melvin Gordon, he has been a 1,000-yard rusher in this league. No more for getting the tough yards, but he breaks.
Yeah, you probably need some linebackers or something.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
You probably need to trade Deshaun Watson and try to get some players.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
But we draft. Like, you get a draft.
To start their next drive. And the interception thrown
We come back the next season.
We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question. And down he goes on the pressure.
He needs some offensive linemen, too.
So that time, Charles, quarterback.
Say, you need some offensive linemen and some linebackers.
Rush like that, they were on him instantly.
And it appears that
Your O-line get beat easily.
but they do have a tough
Move Quentin Nelson to the tackle.
Sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end.
Because you got to make guard.
In the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And he's got it. And the Rams are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Melvin Gordon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Rams 21. Jets.
Yeah, if we had that as a rule.
Harrison's
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
That's my exciting.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You said what?
Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Your offensive line ain't blocking at all.
Early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Exactly.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
Your offensive line got a block. I don't know what it is. You need a new offensive line.
That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
Because, see, look, you don't have nobody on the edge. They just beating them easily.
Right, it is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A first down carry for Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 38, Watson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And his pass is intercepted.
You missed him wide open across the middle.
By Tavon Wilson. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
Back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. Some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Caught left side, Hopkins. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down.
And the Jets pressure too much as down it goes.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to
Like what?
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman.
What do you mean? He's
Sports Halftime Report.
just a bath. Just got out the bath.
Back for quarter number 3.
He ready to go to sleep now.
Almost, yeah.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half.
Take him over Mama house tomorrow.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones
probably like 10.
At
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Brunch.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned,
oh, he caught it.
Something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception.
Yeah, you just throw that out there.
By James Bradbury. The first half did not
you just threw that up there.
help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
What are you talking about?
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find
What are you talking about, Brady?
And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Brady. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
It's a gain.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now Saquon Barkley.
Where he just fell.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the runs. I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
His throw incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute off it.
And now here's another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. From midfield, here's Brady. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
Keep throwing it.
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking
Did you run, come in?
It's Adams. And he's going to take this one.
Hey, you ran, come in.
Davante Adams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Let's do this. Score, Rams 31, Jets nothing. Joseph Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And my goodness, picked up by James Bradbury. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into.
Right, you in a punt return.
I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Adams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, you got to throw a bullet, and you got to lead it.
Now Gordon on first down. He finds an opening past the 40.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon, 74 yards. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And
I don't blame you. Jets ain't a good team.
Category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points.
If you want to pick another team.
After, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Probably going to have to pick another team.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he can't get rid of it.
You had him, Wyatt.
Dee Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
11 yards.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. The Jets on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Good pass.
That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, it's Gordon, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Oftentimes when you're losing a game with a team still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set to kick off.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Finding Knox there, complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Jets on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He completes it to the tight end Knox. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Never been shut out.
On 1st down, Watson looking deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And now here is another interception.
Pass interference, I think.
Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, the killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
I never been shut out.
Watson on 1st down. Flushed it down. He can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting.
Yeah, it's your offensive line. You probably ain't got nobody on your offensive line.
He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Watson. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
14-yard line. A gain of
3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one.
Oh, you gotta go for it. Yeah.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep the clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You got the stimulus package with 2 more. You got to pick your own little players.
Brady going to look to throw.
You got to pick 2 players.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he'll bring this one back to the 20.
Pick the quarterback and the running back.
They get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though.
But you probably pick another team if you pick another team.
Guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad.
And then next season it might be you pick another team that got more computer games.
About the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball
So you get used to playing.
is over. After the interception, here's Watson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get.
Yeah, he ain't as accurate as you would think he is.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all
Yeah.
afternoon, but they've had trouble.
But most of the time, the problem is because people try to throw on the run with him too much, and you can't do that.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Rolling to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass.
A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best.
I'm gonna get you another team for next year. They gotta some more players, but then you probably be playing some more computer games.
Play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlepp Rock. Got that black cloud over their heads.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, now Brady. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
From the gun, Brady. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10.
What a game for this offense and the 43-year-old QB Tom Brady. And, hey, if they get points here, they can finally surpass his age on the scoreboard. And give him another touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Butker now to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the LA Rams with a victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.